Of course, I always talk about how it's important to fuel your body for everything that you're doing in a day. That's especially important in athletes, right? Now, there's something called RED-S, which stands for Relative Energy Deficiency in Sport. The three things that make up RED-S are low caloric intake, loss of period in women, and low bone density. And the thing that distinguishes that actually from an eating disorder category is the fact that that low caloric intake is not necessarily intentional. Now, that low caloric intake can, of course, be with an eating disorder, but also without, in the sense that sometimes athletes just aren't fueling their body unintentionally. So what you can do to make sure that you're not falling into that category is, of course, pay attention to your performance. If you're putting in a lot of work and you're not seeing that performance improve on the field or whatever it is, then you may need to go back and reevaluate what you're eating in a day. Also, if you're someone who's prone to injury, if you've gotten a lot of injuries, especially overuse injuries, things like stress fractures and shin splints, that can mean that you're not fueling your body enough. A good rule of thumb is that you need to be eating every 2 hours throughout the day, especially on days that you have practice, right? And that needs to make up carbs, protein, and fat. What I always say is use this as an example. Let's say you're someone that has a morning lift and an afternoon practice. Have a little something before the morning lift, have something with protein after the morning lift, and then eat every 2 hours throughout the day with a good mix of carbs, protein, and fat until practice. And then you need to basically rinse and repeat. But pay attention to your performance. You got this. Just make sure you're eating enough so that you're feeling great and doing well in your sport.